Before we start actually building our website, let's take a quick tour of the Wix Dashboard. The Wix Dashboard is where all kinds of different settings live. It's where your CRM, your customer relationship management database lives, your settings, your stored products. You're going to spend a lot of time in the Wix Dashboard. So in the Wix Dashboard, at the very top, you can see a quick preview of your site, the title of your site, your URL, and right now this says parrotdigital.wixsite.com/website18 because we haven't connected a domain, and we'll get into connecting domains later. There's a variety of site actions you can take, including previewing the site, duplicating it, transferring it to somebody else, another owner, adding people, all kinds of stuff. Here you can see your site role, and we'll look at site roles in a bit, but there's different site roles with different permissions on every website. You can see your site plan from Wix, so a business plan or just a regular premium plan. You can see whether you've connected an email inbox, and you can see your Wix Ascend plan. We'll also talk about Wix Ascend later, but Wix Ascend is the marketing, all the marketing tools that Wix offers. Now right below here, since we added a store, Wix gives us this little helper box, and they suggest adding your first product, setting up payment methods, shipping regions, and then this part here is also important. It helps you publish your site, tells you how to connect a domain, helps you submit your site to Google Search Console. So this is just a quick little tutorial that'll help walk you through some key steps towards getting your site online. If we scroll down a little bit, there's some more suggestions. Below that, there's a bunch of quick links to various tools. And over here you can see some analytics. So once your site's online, you might see, you have a few hundred site sessions this month, a bunch of post views, you've done $10,000 in sales. That would be great. Okay, so now here on the left-hand sidebar, there's a ton of options, right? We're going to walk through each one of these so that you have a strong foundation and you feel comfortable navigating the Wix dashboard. So right below here, we have the video library. That's because I added the video app to my website. If we click in here, we'll go further into the video library later, but we can upload files or we can embed playlists from various services like YouTube, Vimeo, Facebook. You can also actually live stream, which is a very cool feature that we'll also get into later. And you can set up channels, similar to YouTube if you've ever had a YouTube account. Below that, we have all our stored products. We'll have a whole long section on e-commerce, but you can see real quickly that there's already all these products added in. You can click into each one of these to edit this information. You can manage your inventory right from the dashboard. You can set up collections, and collections are just product categories. And there's even this interesting tab, Find Products to Sell, and they'll connect you to various drop shippers and help you source products to sell on your online store. Okay, below that, you're going to have store orders. And so you can see a list of all the orders that have come into your store. Below that, abandoned carts. So this is going to be a list of people who put a bunch of stuff in their cart, their shopping cart, and then didn't purchase. So you can reach out to these people and ask them why they didn't purchase. You can send them a coupon. You can set up an automation to send them coupons, which I highly recommend. And we'll also talk about setting up website automations later on in the course. Okay, below that, since we added the forum app, you can see there's a variety of different posts. And each one of these you can click into to see more information about it. And there's also the categories. So typically, say in a travel forum, maybe we'll have a section for budget travel ideas. We'll have a section for traveling Asia, something like that. Okay, below that, we have our blog. Again, we'll have a whole video on adding posts to your blog, but it's very straightforward. And you essentially just click create a new post, fill out the information, and you're good to go. And so eventually you'll see, once you have some blog posts, you'll see a list of all your blog posts here. Drafts that you're working on. I highly suggest in the future that you schedule out posts because Google likes to see that you're publishing on a regular schedule. So you can write, and also so you can batch your work. So you could write 10 posts over a weekend and then schedule them out over the next couple months. Some of the posts in the trash, and then again, you can categorize your blog posts. So maybe you'll have a category for, like the forum posts, maybe you'll have a category for China and some for Europe and something like that. Okay, below that, you have the Ascend by Wix marketing tools. So there's a lot of really cool tools in here. We're just gonna breeze over some of these real quick, and we'll go deeper into them later. So to start, you have customer management. And this is your CRM, your customer relationship management database. Think of it as a giant spreadsheet with all the information that you would need about your customers. So here's me. Here's an example contact. And then let's just look at it real quick so you know what we're talking about. So as people fill out forms on your website, as people purchase products, you're going to see all the information about that contact in here in your CRM. And this is a great feature because generally you have to pay a third-party software provider to have a CRM, but Wix provides you with a CRM with your website plan. It's actually a great value because CRMs can be very expensive. So you'll see an overview. You can have tasks. There's all kinds of stuff to look at in here. We'll get into this later, but just know your CRM is a database for all of your contacts in your that interact with your website. Okay. Below that, we've got marketing and SEO. This is where you can connect all kinds of marketing tools like Google Analytics, Facebook Pixel, Google Ads. You can also create social media posts to publish to your social media channels. You can connect Google My Business, which is very important for getting reviews for your company. You can send out email newsletters. You can get found on Google, so submit, again, optimize your website for SEO and then submit it to Google. You can actually get Wix's help to set up some automated Facebook and Instagram ads, and these can actually be quite effective. There's also a little video maker, which is pretty handy. This is great for social media posts. You can set up coupons for your store. So there's a lot of really cool tools in the marketing, in Wix's Ascend Marketing suite, and I really recommend just clicking in here and playing around and seeing what you can come up with. Okay, below marketing and SEO, we have analytics and reports. This is where you can track all of the visitor information, all the visitor interaction with your website. So you'll see how many people are visiting, what pages they're visiting, where they're coming from in terms of what site, but also where they live geographically. You can see how many people are coming back month over month, which is important. You can see your sales analytics, so how much you're selling month to month. You can see how your site's performing from a speed perspective. It's very important to regularly check your analytics because you need to know how your site's performing so that you can improve it. Okay, now the Finances tab right here is also pretty handy. You can see a list of all the payments customers have sent to you. You can generate price quotes, so if you have a service-based business, say you're a plumber, say you're a web designer, you could put together a price quote for your clients. You can even invoice them and use the payment method they'll set up in the settings. And there's a host of other financial integrations. Most small businesses use QuickBooks. I actually use FreshBooks. But if you use QuickBooks, you can integrate it here. You can add your payroll. So there's a lot of ways that Wix helps you run your business. It's extremely helpful to have price quotes and invoices that you can send straight from your website because, again, this is another feature like the CRM that typically you would have to pay for to some third-party software provider. Okay, now let's get into settings.